Alright, this is the first ever portfolio update of me being a technical adult. If you're new to the channel, the portfolio update is a series that I do every month where I basically go over all my buys, sells, dividends, and how I've possibly changed as an investor over the last month. The goal of the series at the end of the day is to progress and document my investing journey and to obviously show transparency to you guys because it seems that that's lacking by some other big YouTubers like Jeremy. And of course, if you're a devout dividend investor, check out the Do Dividend Stocks Not Drugs merchandise. The link's in the description. Worked really hard on the project. It would mean so much. Use code DIVIDENDS for 15% off through Sunday. And with all that out of the way, roll the intro.
Hello, I like money.
Alright, we've had a couple green days over the last week or two, which has really drastically improved the portfolio value from last month. At last month's portfolio update, our portfolio was sitting at $18,250. Today, it is sitting at $19,250, and I contributed some money this month, but most of that's gains. Our top gainers this month would be Starbucks, Microsoft, S&P Global, and anything close to do with tech really. Right now we're sitting at $227 in cash, and I'm about to deploy some birthday capital into the portfolio, which will have us at $500 to $600 by next week. I'm very happy where our conservation of cash has been over the last couple months. I think that's somewhere where I've been pretty strong with capital, and I've had some opportunities that I've been able to deploy that capital, so I've been very happy with that. And of course, this month I've just been looking at possible ways to improve the portfolio and really dialing in on a couple of core positions that I've been really trying to build up. I found some companies that I believe to be amazing businesses at fair prices that I've been loading up on this month, and I'm excited to share that in the buy segment. It's really crazy how fast market sentiment can change. We could say we pretty much bottomed out near the end of October, and over the last 5 days, our portfolio value has pretty much climbed around $1,000. It's honestly insane to see. Now, I've been buying throughout the good times and the bad, but you can see ever since my portfolio got transferred to Schwab, it hasn't been many good times. During our buys and sell segments today, I think it's going to be one of the most active buys and sell segments that we've done. A lot of this is due to the portfolio reconstruction that I've been kind of doing. A big focus of mine has been selling out of some slower growing, more mature businesses and investing into more high conviction companies, the companies that I know will do amazing and that I can sleep amazing at night, knowing that I'm going to get at least a market beating return with them and have some crazy dividend growth. Speaking of dividend growth, we had some dividend hikes this month. For this next segment, I'm going to be using the dividenddata.com dividend increase tab on the website. Check it out, that's the sponsor of today's video. To start off, Visa gave us an incredible dividend hike of 15.6%, which was much higher than what some people were expecting. Visa is such an amazing company, and I honestly want to have it as probably my top position at some point in time. Right now, it is a top 5 holding of mine, and I've been loading up on it this month, as you'll see. Next, AbbVie declared a 4.7% increase in their dividend. AbbVie's still increasing their dividend even though their Humira has kind of impacted their financials a little bit. For AbbVie's a company that I've been doing some more research and due diligence on, and it's a hard business to really understand, as all pharma is, but I'm trying to do my best to learn more about it. Next, we had McDonald's coming in with a 9.9% increase, which has pretty much been in line what they've been doing for the last 2 to 3 years, which has been insane. I made a McDonald's stock analysis video. I'd highly recommend you go check it out. I go in depth on the financials of the business. I'm very happy with my McDonald's position right now. I was pretty close to adding McDonald's this month. It didn't get where I really ideally wanted to get it, but I'm happy to hold on to it for now. And then we got a giant whopping 0.2 increase from Realty Income. I'll take what I can get there. Then we had a 7.5% increase from one of my favorite companies right now, which is Starbucks, stock ticker SBUX. I made a Starbucks video yesterday. I'd highly recommend you go check it out if you're a shareholder of Starbucks. The video is done horribly itself, but I'd highly recommend you go check it out. It basically has me going over an interview and just talking more about Starbucks, and I'm a very big fan of their new CEO, Laxman. And lastly, to cap the month off, we got a 10.3% increase from Microsoft, which is again once in line with their dividend increases of the past. So I'm very happy right now where my companies are at when it comes to their dividend increases. Just investing in the highest quality businesses possible that have a lot of more growth ahead of them. That's the strategy at the moment. Alright, October did not disappoint when it comes to dividends either. And there's a common misconception that dividends are free money. Dividends are not free money. It is passive income that is part of your total return. So don't invest just for dividends alone unless you're looking for retirement income, obviously. To start the month off, we got $5.39 from Coca-Cola, stock ticker KO. Coca-Cola fell a little bit this month due to the Ozempic fears that everybody thought, fat people would stop drinking Coke, which I think the Ozempic has been probably one of the biggest cases of irrational selling in my investing career so far, so that'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, but I do not really view it as a threat to my companies whatsoever. Then I got a whopping 35 cents from Nike. I'm going to the bank with that one later. Then Pepsi and Union Pacific paid, but they paid out last month, so we're not going to consider it. Then I got a really nice $10.07 from Vici Properties, which has been a company that I've been loading up on as of recently. Vici's been trading at a pretty big discount and even got below $26 per share the other day. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough to buy that dip before it recovered, but Vici's an amazing business that I've been loading up on as of recently, with real estate overall just kind of falling in general due to the high interest rates and all that. But from 1 year ago, I had $1 in dividend payments from Vici, and now we have $10 in dividend payments from Vici, which just speaks to how the volumes of how I've really added up on this company recently. So I'll definitely consider and continue to add to my Vici position if it continues falling. Next, we got $13.03 from Altria stock ticker MO, and the Altria dividend snowball is rolling. Now, I hope that doesn't offend some investors, but last quarter from Altria, I did not buy any more this quarter either, just besides the reinvested dividends. I got $12.07. That is up nearly $1 from last quarter, which is insane. The dividend snowball is tumbling right now with my Altria position. Now, Altria is a company that I already have enough in my portfolio and I'm not adding to, but I will continue reinvesting at these lower prices. Speaking of Altria, next we got, and lastly for the month, we got $4.20 from Realty Income, which I reinvested back at $50. Realty Income this month acquired Spirit Realty, which is just more retail real estate and some golf courses. So I kind of have mixed feelings on the acquisition if I'm being completely honest, but it seems that they paid a premium for it as well, but only time will tell. It appears that it will be an accretive acquisition that will increase their AFFO per share. So, I mean, that's obviously good for the business, but some could make an argument that Realty Income doesn't need any more retail. That's a lot of ours. And for the month of October, we got an all-time high when it comes to like the October, July, January payments, and we got $33.04. Now, for these type of months, they're typically in historically lower months for my dividends, but that's not the case anymore. With my Vici and Altria dividends and my Realty Income, you can consider I'm getting the dividend snowball rolling with these companies. I'm going to be completely honest. And with the market discounting these companies at low prices, the dividend snowball will be in full effect. With that said, though, there's been a little bit of inconsistency when it comes to my companies that have been paying out, and that's due to the portfolio reconstruction that I'm doing. I'm selling out of some higher yielding companies and putting it into some lower yielding. So in the short term, I could be taking a hit on some dividend income, but over the long term, I'm going to be getting a better total return and investing in more high quality businesses. Alright, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video, and this is probably one of the most active buys and sell segments, as I mentioned, that I've ever done on the channel, so a little bit of history too. So to start the month off, I bought one share of Vici at $28.60. At this point with my Vici, I'm pretty much loading up on anything below $28, and if it's like a minus 2 or 3% day, I'm most likely going to be buying if it's below $27. Then I put $30 into Visa at $230.65. Very happy with the price I got this. Then I put $25 into Starbucks at $90.16. Very happy with this price as well, especially after that Starbucks has gone up 13% in the video. Then, this is another big one. I sold all my dividends that I've received this far in 3M, and that was $44, and I'm pretty sure I sold out at a loss. So I pretty much got $44 in capital to play with, and I trimmed my 3M position, and this was pretty much just dividends, which was, I guess, free money, you could even say. But in all seriousness, as I mentioned, I saw some better opportunities that day with a real estate fall that day. So I put that money into Vici, and I bought 2 more shares of Vici at $28.43. Happy at that price. Then, this is another big one. I started a new position this month. I put $75 into S&P Global at $364.57, and then the next week I put $50 into S&P Global at $363.38. Now, S&P Global is a company that I've been talking about this last month on the channel. I believe it's a very high quality business. The world's always going to need data. Their market indices business is very strong, and I'm learning more about the company every day. So, S&P Global, I dipped my toes into it, and I'm going to most likely continue buying more. I'm very happy with that company right now, and it's actually traded up 7% over the last 2 days after good earnings. So, happy with S&P Global, welcome to the portfolio. And I don't want to hear a word that I'm copying Joseph Carlson in the comments. Then, I sold 2 shares of Coca-Cola at $54.12. Now, these were 2 shares that I bought at $46 and $48, so I got pretty much an 8% gain on those shares. Thank you to Coca-Cola and the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Warren Buffett. Hopefully I'll buy back into you one day. This is just trimming my Coca-Cola position, but as I saw a big day when their earnings report came out, went up a little bit in price. I saw it was a good opportunity. I put that $110 that I got from Coca-Cola, and I put it into Visa at $237.83. This is what I view as opportunity cost and portfolio reconstruction, so I'm very happy with how my portfolio is turning out at the end of the day. I view Visa as a much better business than Coca-Cola at the current state. Then I put $30 in S&P Global at $352.59. This is pretty much a low price that I bought in for it, so I'm happy to continue adding. Then I bought 2 more shares of Vici at $27.72. It's crazy that my Vici dividend hasn't even adjusted for the amount of shares that I bought this month, so next January when they pay out, it's going to be even larger. Then I sold 1 share of Coca-Cola at a 12% gain at $55.78. Even more gains on Coca-Cola, and I'm going to continue taking them as the price goes higher, and I'm just very happy. And if you couldn't guess, I had $55 from Coke, and I put it into Visa at $231.61. Very happy with that buy. Then I put $30 in S&P Global at $343.67. This is a low that I bought it at for the month, and I was happy to buy, especially looking at it now that it's trading $40 higher from this low. And to cap off this very active month of trading, you could even say, I put $75 more into Visa at $228.73, which is just an awesome price I got it at, in my opinion. Currently, Visa is at $243 after this little bull run that we've had. So this month was a very active month when it comes to trading, and I would expect some more activity if we continue to go into a little Santa Claus rally this coming month. Alright, that's it for the portfolio update for the month. Now time for a life, channel, and all that update. At the end of the day, to recap my portfolio this month, we're just investing in more high quality stuff. Portfolio reconstruction's going on, but I don't want to be this active over the long term, but right now I think I'm just doing the best move for the portfolio. Alright, so as many of you have probably heard by this point, I'm 18 years old now, so what does that mean for me? What's going to be changing on the channel? What's changing with my life? So the big 2 things that I'm going to do when I turn 18, I said that I was going to start a Roth IRA and I was going to get a credit card, which are both in the process. I got to set up different checking accounts right now and all that before I get into the credit card stuff, but it's going to be coming. I'm most likely going to settle with Discover Secure It. Now, when it comes to the Roth IRA, what's going to be going on in there? Am I going to be sharing it on the channel? Well, I'm going to be boring. I'm just going to be buying VU. So, nothing crazy there. But I'm going to be just slowly every month putting some money into VU. Nothing crazy. But don't worry, most of my money is going to be going back into the YouTube/dividend portfolio. So don't fear. I'm going to be keep continuing, deploying money every month into that, depositing month after month. As for the channel, we've been pretty slow for the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm. I might have to say more prayers to Susan at night, but it is what it is. Once again, if you haven't already, go check out the merchandise, and if you buy a shirt, please let me know, and I'll put you in a video. I'll send a picture of you in it, put it in put your girlfriend in it. I don't know. Heck, even put your dog in it. I don't know, guys. Thank you so much again for the support over the last couple of days. It's been really nice to hear from all of you. Once again, if you haven't already, join the Discord link in the description. We have so many awesome conversations, debates, and all that good stuff on there. Thank you all, and of course, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a good one.